Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I want to first start out with saying the deepest of gratitude and thanks to and give you uh, every time I get a donation or somebody wants to buy my art. So I want to say thank you to Jennifer and Brenda and Jen from Connecticut. Thank you very, 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 very much. Very generous. Um, it's been, yeah, thank you. I like started crying. And Shirley, thank you very much. Shirley donated to both things, both my PayPals, but one does not work. So, Shirley, cancel my old one. I'm gonna send you an email that says that because I tried to get into my PayPal, my old PayPal that I had for like 7 or 8 years. I think I changed the email or the pass. I could not get in. I tried every single thing to get into that PayPal. So uh, thank you, and then Susan for being a Patreon. And let's see here. I'm just going to read through all of them. So Alice had sent me some money, and my other Patreon was Helena. Thank you for being a Patreon. And yes, so that's all the Patreons and PayPals. So very, very, very thankful. So I'm closing up a few art transactions just to let you know. That's why I have some new art in the background. Um, I sold the swirly painting, I think. I'm pretty sure it's going to go to, I think it's Ireland. I have it written down on a piece of paper. I just have to check out shipping. So, shipping is an issue outside of Canada for artwork. It's annoying. First of all, it doesn't matter where you live, it's going to take a month to get there. So, I'm looking at the most reasonable way of getting it there. And I've never had a package not get somewhere. So just to let you know, I've had 100% success rate with shipping off my portraits and arts and having them get to where they belong. So I just thought I'd let you know. So we're going to talk about everybody's energies today. So I'll read you why we're all not feeling so poop hot. First of all, yesterday was the 9th. Um, we had a big spike in Schumann energy, firstly. The other thing, where the heck was it? Tonight, Wednesday, February 10th, 2021, we have six planets in Aquarius. So there's a major energy shift. Sun, Moon, hence new moon, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn in Aquarius brings a new reality in the world. Expect news the next 3 days. So hopefully that's legit and that's amazing, anyways. Hello, good evening, everyone. So I went to Hogwarts yesterday and we did painting. I donated a whole pile of art supplies like paints and paintbrushes, and then all the people who wanted to paint, all the kids, I had enough supplies for them to do 2 canvases each. And there's even a 1-year-old baby painting. So it was lots of fun. And I'm not sure if I'm going back tomorrow because it was minus 27 here today. And I was stuck in the house all day. I stayed in the house. I didn't go outside at all. I didn't really exercise either. So I'm really tired. Oh my god, thinking of Gorilla gluing your hair in place, right? Oh, funny, funny, funny. So today's just a happy, keeping everybody in happy vibes. My fish have been going kooky town, and so it's bright on the artwork. I didn't realize it's so bright in here. I'll turn it down a little bit. Give us some mood light. There, how's that? Is that a little bit better? Oh, maybe I should make it a little smidge brighter. There. Yeah. Anyhow, thank you to Holly because she's helping me again get organized with my charts in my Telegram, and I'll be uploading some more stuff. But if you have not followed my Telegram, any of them, you're missing out. And I'm going to stop posting off Crackbook pretty soon because I'm still banned from posting there live. And I can't even go and comment on stuff. So I had a big troll on Facebook today. Actually, that person has 52 mutual friends with me, and I think they live in the city. I thought they were female. I think they're female. I don't know. But it has that person has one of those androgynousy names. So I'll just say the person's name was Pat, just for argument's sake, because that's the most androgynous from Saturday Night Live. Anyways, but so Pat May was trolling on my page and basically told me that Trump and his wife were nothing more than pedos and ripping people off and fraudsters, and that Russell was the true king of the earth, basically, and went on and all this stuff. And I was just like, I appreciate your opinion, but when you start bashing Trump, get the F off my page. So block, delete. I didn't even care. So yeah, you saw that troll. Just annoying. So honestly, I have, and to be fair, in my Raven group chat, if you're swearing at another, I don't care if there's swears on, like if you're saying fucking on a meme or some shit like that, but I try and keep that group about information and about light and love positivity. The memes that make people laugh, any meme that I see that makes me piss myself, I put in that group chat because y'all need a good laugh. So yeah, if you missed the one, I showed you all the one that made me laugh still to this day, where the lady's standing on the scale. So funny. So friggin' funny. So anyhow, but that's what that Raven group is for. That group chat is to share information. But if you're going to be a dick to other people, you get banned. If you're going to be a dick about anything that's in our timeline and just constantly be a dick to argue, then you get. And I'd like to give a couple of shout outs to a few people. Sammy, I love you in that group chat. You know who you are. You're awesome. And also, I'm just going to list a few off the top of my head. R. McMaster posts some really good stuff in there. Andrea from Red Deer, you post awesome stuff in there. So there's quite a few of you that keep it real and post really good stuff in there. So thank you for that. Yes, we all need a good laugh, right? What was that? Salutations. Oh, that's not what I thought it said. So funny. You had a meltdown yesterday. Okay, you know what? I'll explain something. Yesterday, I was going to do YouTube in the morning before I went to Hogwarts, but it was the 9th anniversary of my mother's passing on the 9th yesterday. And literally, the day after my mom passed away, I got, well, on February 11th, I got Reiki. And it changed how I looked at energy of people. So 9 years ago, I guess I got a huge upgrade in my activation on energy and perspective. And that also, the year before that, I saw my first spaceship in. So there was a lot of things going on, 2011, 2012. But yesterday, the portrait of my mom and my niece bawled. I bawled and bawled and bawled and bawled and bawled for probably hour and a half before I had to go teach these kids. Like, of all days, I was just like bawling. But that bawling and that energy shift was so fucking cathartic and necessary for me. I I don't talk a lot. I've talked a little bit about my mom, but, um, my mom and I had a really crazy relationship, and, um, she did with my other sisters too. It wasn't just exclusive to me alone. My mom wasn't the best parent in the whole wide world, and, but she did the best she had with her emotional intelligence now, and, also her, mental capacities, to deal with stuff. And so, um aw, thanks. Yeah, it was a very, very good release. So, uh, I had this, basically yesterday, not only come to a place of acceptance, and because I didn't realize that I was still triggered, by certain things, and it wasn't my mom, actually, that I had to do a lot of forgiving, it was my dad. It was so weird, and, so it was interesting. I'm grateful that my mother has passed on, to be quite frank with you, just because of where her meat suit was in her timeline and where she was in her matrix, and there is no way in hell that woman would have survived the last year anyways. Let's just be honest. I told my mom that I didn't think she was gonna be alive around long enough just because she's so hard on herself all the time. And her body was crapping out. She had MS and she could barely walk and blah blah blah. And, you know, but I'll be honest with you. She fed the victim bear card. She fed the victim bear card. The poor me, that I can't get over whatever happened to me before I got to the spot right now, and I haven't learned anything from that. So there was a lot of times where my mom was constantly in this cycle every 2 years, and it would just make me nuts. But, yeah, no, yesterday was about coming to terms with my dad's involvement with me in my life and my kids. My kids don't know their grandfather very well at all. My older 2 kind of, but, yeah, so it was very, very cathartic yesterday, and I think that's what, we have to come to right now is to get rid of those poor me's, like, you need to ball it out. You need to figure out what's fucking you off right now, like, period, end of story. Um, I think that, if you're not coming to terms with your relationship with your parents, especially right now, that's probably one of the biggest and hardest things to get through this time right now. I'm gonna be honest, I'm so grateful. I literally this sounds like I'm such an asshole for saying this. I am grateful that I don't have little children right now, and I'm grateful that I don't have to deal with parents that I have to have conversations with like this, like, trying to red pill them, and I'm like because I know I'd be saying is, "Mom, like, just watch Pastor Bob." And my mom would fall in love with Pastor Bob because he's like Elvis, but she would never think that that was actually something, you know what I mean? She would just be like, "Don't tell me that, ah." And then when she would find out, like, the reality, I think it would be game over anyways, so I think that, like, it may be ignorant to say, but I still am dealing with a lot of triggers through my friends' problems and things that people trigger with me on my Facebook page. I'm like, "Oh," I just don't have time for a lot of that. So that's what we're going through right now, and that's okay. It's completely fucking normal. So, I, did a card reading yesterday morning. Before I even do cards, they're sitting down here, by the way, I'll just or up here. I did a card reading yesterday, and, that made me cry even more. It was letting go, the cow, and the spider, and, Pastor Bob is the guy who looks like Elvis. So if you wanna go YouTube him, I think that's his last name, Pastor or it's Pastor Bob. Am I right, you guys? The guy who, uh, literally looks like, He could be Elvis and talks like him. And Elvis, when he was alive, said that if he had another job, he would be a pastor. So, yes, that's right. Thank you, Carolyn. So, anyways, yeah, Pastor Bob, go look him up. He makes me cry, actually. I can't even listen to Elvis these days. So I should have just danced Elvis out to myself today. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Are kind and gently to yourself. Oh, thank you, Ida. I appreciate that. So I think that's what we have to come to too. Patty's got one out of your one. They don't understand me. I think this is why we're put in families that don't understand me. Um, I know that my nieces, my older sister's two youngest kids, I'll say they're quasi awake to the situation, especially the middle one. I'm a middle one, so my middle niece reminds me of me kind of. My youngest niece reminds me of my youngest sister, and then my oldest niece reminds me of her mother. It's really weird. So there's three girls, and we all kind of, even our body structures, the way, we, like, my middle niece is more outgoing and talks with her hands, and yeah, really funny. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, you don't heal until you have a real good cry. So I'm actually my mom's second and my dad's oldest. And my dad is the oldest of two children. And believe it or not, that right there was the problem. The fact that my oldest sister didn't know her dad and my younger sister didn't know her dad. But my mom married my dad. And then I had, like, my brother's, like, less than a year younger than I am, and I don't talk about him because he's a total, "Here, I'll just do what we used to do." Do you know what that is? You can all get the clue? We used to do that back in the day, just so I don't say it. You can get a visual and figure it out for yourselves. But, yeah, so I think that relationships and how we dealt with our siblings, and my older sister and my younger sister and I have all had these really cathartic, great talks about what happened when certain things, life events happen, like when the parents got divorced or when certain kids got sent somewhere and certain kids whatever. And so yeah, that's exactly what it is, commonsensical. So, pretty much. But so what I'm basically getting at is this is the time where we should be doing all of it, and we have to. This is part of what hold the line means, you guys. I really do believe it. It's self-preservation. Get your armor on. Figure out your own shit, because it's all coming to a point where we'll be. I was just watching Jeopardy on Netflix, and I was like, I'm going to start making Jeopardy questions. And I know a couple of viewers have suggested that too. We should all get together and make some Jeopardy questions. And we need to do that inner work right now. And so we can answer the Jeopardy questions for everybody. Like, people aren't going to know a lot of stuff or be able to come to like, honestly, I don't think there's anything I can't see or talk about where I'm like, yeah, like, unfortunately, that happened. It could be the sickest of sickest sick things, and I just look at it as that's now a movie that happened for real, that we all had to survive, and all people have trauma linked to that movie. Every single person has trauma linked to that shitty movie that we were forced to work, and slaves, and the sexual trauma, the patriarchy, all of that crap. We all have trauma related to that. So if you're not watching it like a movie where you can be objective and neutral and come from a place of love and say, yeah, we need to wrap that darkness in light and love and surround it all. That's pretty much where um, we need to I guess, return all of the karma back to ourselves. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to get at. So I'm going to read some cards in it now. Intense self-care so we can be around for Final Jeopardy. Exactly. Thank you for putting it like that, Peace No Nukes. So I'm going to, oh yeah, older sister, younger sister. I don't really have combos with my older and younger sister, but I love them. They're both well aware of what I do, well aware, and both stand at a place of distance because of a jobs and stuff like that, and I don't blame them. So um, we all have our story, right? So let's place ourselves in the highest of light and love so we can clearly see, think, feel the divine messages that wish to come through. Do you guys notice anything I forgot to do? I haven't worn my necklaces today. Yeah, trauma is at the bottom of everything. Exactly. That's what, here's a card that popped out here. I can get that one calling to me. Oh, and this one too, because it popped out. So trauma is the gateway drug, period. And whoa, that one's calling to me too. Okay, so I've got 3 here tonight. Did I color my hair? No, I think there's like grays coming through it a long time ago. Like probably about, but it's the same color. I don't know. I just did my roots not too long ago. If I were to let my hair be my full on color right now, I would have one huge, big white patch right here. And it like, which is fine, I guess. But then the gray, it makes me look so sick. People ask me what's wrong with me when I have gray next to my face. So, yes. No, it's just because I washed it. I washed my hair. That's what it was. I washed it yesterday, I think, or today. Um, I was thinking about getting my friend Misty to do it all gray. She's got same coloring as me in her face a little bit. She's a little bit more indigenous color, but she has now changed her hair gray and it looks good. So I would be complete. Yeah, I do have a lot of hair. I did feel how long my hair is like today when I was in the shower. Because I haven't measured my hair, and so I pulled it down and it actually comes right to, that bump in your back, like where your tramp stamp is. Yeah, there. That's where it comes through. Gray is the crown chakra, represent wisdom. Yes. Does anyone notice almost every house has one person red pilled? Yes, I do. But I wouldn't say that in my son's house, my oldest son's house. Yes. We are the clever intellectual ones, the ones nobody ever got. So, okay, so here's the 3 card readings, gang. Any guesses? I haven't looked at any of them. No, no guesses yet. I haven't. Any guesses to the card readings? I'm thinking letting go might be a card. Because of the time where we're coming to purge some of this. And everybody was crying yesterday, so maybe I just read cards for everybody yesterday. Butterfly, the dog, love, butterfly. Okay. So, oh, you guys are good. You guys are good. The butterfly is number 25. The dragon, number 24. And focus, number 33. Those are our cards today. So yesterday was 13 years ago. Aw. Yeah. Yeah, it is hard going through some of these anniversaries and stuff, but I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. So, yay. I was thinking about the butterfly because it's about beauty. So it's on focus, beauty, and power. Power and strength, those are the kind of keywords. So we'll read the dragon first because that's the first one I flipped over. Oh, neighbor. Glad he can get his window open. Mine are like frozen shut. So the dragon comes to you to offer its power and strength to protect and fortify you on this leg of the journey. The dragon symbolizes true power and reminds you that this infinite source is not found within your personality or ego. True power resides deep within your soul. So call on dragon's spiritual power and strength. You will find a vast resource to strengthen your resolve through more morality, integrity, and purpose. If you're struggling with these issues, the dragon will restore them to you. Remember that the power of the spiritual world can never be broken. And true strength is found within, not from the outside world. Never mistake a gentle man for a weak one. Watch for a signal. The dragon always takes the next step, makes the next step clear, and it gives you the power to take it. The butterfly. When you see the butterfly, know that the power of beauty is in your life. The butterfly reminds you to see through its eyes and watch the world be transformed. Beauty is in the eye of the one who looks for it. Today, for the loveliness, even in the darkest places, you'll be amazed, right? All of mystery is beautiful. Beauty is everywhere. You just have to open your eyes. The next step can only be achieved if you do this today. Someone maybe give you something beautiful today. Remember to be grateful. How did I even start my show, you guys? With gratitude for all you awesome, fucking awesome people. I love you guys so much. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I was crying yesterday, too. I actually phoned Shannon and I was bawling. I'm like, I can't believe how nice my friends are on YouTube. Like, I literally was crying. So I love you guys so much. I really do. So, and I'm going to start crying again. So, focus. It's time to draw your energies inward. Let go of all things that are superfluous and unnecessary at this time. Focus your attention on the job ahead. Do what is in front of you, no matter how small the task. Clear focus is required. Be mindful to stay in the present. Avoid looking back or too far forward. For it is only in this staying in the true present, the now, that the power residing in this sacred journey marker can be used for the benefit of all. Your path is marked with the need to regroup and mind yourself of your goal. Can this be any more accurate than what we were just talking about? All of us? Then stay in the present time and do what is great directly in front of you. Only one small, focused step at a time will place you at your destination. Wow, I just love it all. Yes. Yes, I really, 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 really love it all. Well, thank you, Ida. You're seeing the love for yourself reflected back to you and us. Ah, that's so nice. So I love it. I love all you guys so much. I appreciate all your wisdom and all of your integrity in keeping it in real and true and not getting too mired down in like I read somebody's wife that you might be clued into who I'm talking about. Somebody's wife wrote this really long article about their husband and how great he was and what he does, and then they bashed another person in the meantime. Although I agree with everything they said about that other person, I was like, I am not going down that road of this constant I don't know. I just have no energy to argue with people anymore. So, um, uh, see, what was that? Schmidt Farmers? What? What? Oh, I love the Spice Girls too so much. Thank you. So honestly, I'm very, very, very grateful to everybody that's come into my journey this last few years. Like I won't even say the last year because it's been in the making our whole lives, let's be honest. So the people who have now appeared like we're old soul sisters and brothers. I mean, I think that's just natural. It's kind of like this is how I look at all of us. When you make say you make a big batch of olive oil, like you squeeze all of the olives and you make the olive oil, okay? Then you take the olive oil and you put it in containers and you ship them all over the world, right? So that they can feed and give everyone nutrition and whatever else. I think we're like the molecules in the olive oil that got back together after the world went like this. That's what I think we are. We're all coming together like a nice, healthy collection of humanity, kind of the way. Old friends, exactly. And I like everybody has the same sort of effed up sense of humor that I do too. So that helps. I mean, it really does help. So if you haven't gotten into some meme groups, make one, get a few friends, post some dank memes in there, and make yourself happy. That makes me laugh too. So all in this group, which are have me laughing on some days, and yes, now I'm all about the light and love. We are the dressing on the salad. Exactly. Exactly. We're the dressing on the salad, on the big world salad. Every leaf will be coated. My kid used to say croutons. Croutons. I love those croutons, Mom. I just said it yesterday when I was at class with the kids. Ooh-wee! That was pretty fun. So 20 or so different energies of people, of little humans, and I can see their grown-up human selves already. It's really quite entertaining. Some are more challenging than others, I'm not going to lie. And none of these kids are related to me, so it's like a completely different experience. So, yeah. But, oh, you've got a group on WhatsApp. Oh, I had to delete WhatsApp. My WhatsApp was just causing me grief on my phone. It was just not in my vibe. I'm a total Telegram queen right now. Well, I'm not. I'm like more like when a baby princess is born, I'm just learning stuff. Shannon and True North. True North is a Telegram queen. She knows what she's doing. But Shannon is pretty good too. So oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I did a poll. Shannon and I were talking and we did this on our Telegram today. I said, let's do a poll just to see where people are at. And I'm going to vote and see one way and see how other people um, are voting. So I got to go scrolling through this thing. Okay, where is it? Here. Okay. So the second question we asked, which of the following will go down first? 19% right now out of 26 votes said MSM. 8% said pro sports. 12% said the stock market. 15% said fiat currency / Fed Reserve. Nobody said EBS. I voted on number 19 on March 3rd, 4th, so that was 12%. I was not in the popular group of that. 12% said Hollywood. 11% said one of the gates, Obama, Trudeau, or pizza. 11% said world leaders stepping down, and no one said Tesla energy or patent release. So that was really interesting. Nobody thinks that the whoop is going to happen or anything else like that. So that was fun. Okay, now I wanted to see if anybody was going to vote for anybody other than Mel Gibson in this one. Which of these celebs are good people? Please check off your opinion. We thought it was going to give us more than one option to vote for. That was the problem. It only let you vote for one. So 14% said Keanu Reeves, 2% said Sean Connery, 2% said Brad Pitt, nobody said The Rock, 2% said Garth Brooks, 5% said Kevin Costner, 68% said Mel Gibson, nobody said Tim Robbins, and 7% said Morgan Freeman. So, yeah. Uh, oh, Nicole, that's so funny. And Patty, right on top of it. I love it. So you have a big question to ask all of you. Your thoughts on CW. Okay, that is the number one person we do not post in Raven's group chat. Okay, so I'm talking to Nicole Wisner specifically. And uh, I think that we've discussed this, but I'm just going to hit the hammer on the nail one more time. One more time. And this is kind of going to be the last time I think I'm going to give. He is not in my vibration. There's a number of reasons I've talked about him not being in my vibration. And this goes back to last May. Like last May, I was like, no, no, I don't want to watch this guy. And because I turned on one video and he had a kid on there, and I was like, I turned it off right away. And I'm like, wait a second. We're talking about PEDOs here. Why is there a clearly under 13-year-old kid announcing a video? I was like, it gave me the creeps, so I shut it off and I didn't watch it again. But then I had, let's say, a telephone conversation with someone who happened to be around some people. Not going to go into too many details, but I was on a call and there was people in the background of this call. Okay. Phone was taken out of somebody's hand and I could see few people in the background. Now, the people that were in the background and the questions they were asking me, I was like, the first question this person asked me, I was like, no, no. And the person whose phone they grabbed out of the hand isn't one of those people. That is a very nice person. And they realized the same things that I did. So that's about all I'm going to go down that road with. And then some other stuff transpired over the summer. A lot of information came out about companies being owned by who and who is at whose wedding. And I don't buy it. I do not think anything. So, and the presidential cufflinks that that person got, you can get them online for 27 bucks or something. The intel, I don't know why he charges people. So there's a lot of reasons. There's like I just to me, I am very grateful to the people who donate. I had how long have I been doing this? And I just finally got a PayPal and Patreon attached because I had so many people tell me you need to learn how to receive. People want to support you and your work. And I was like, okay, like I'm not saying that I'm all better than that, but I never had a mission to come out and charge people, okay, now tune in later, you guys, and then I'll talk about my non-disclosure agreement, but then I'll give you my secret intel from some secret person. Like it's just silly. So it's not his son, it's his stepson actually. And uh the other things with it, I have questions. The fake doctor thing. Yeah, the all every single person that has interviewed him, and I've watched little clips or heard from everyone. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get how somebody could move gold for the British or Prime Minister of India and then all of a sudden just walk away from that. I That's not a job you walk away from. Period. You know how those things work. So that's just my perception of it. Yes, and there's 30 yes, I saw that. And that's the only CW video that I have ever posted, the 30 reasons why CW is fake. So I'm edutaining. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. So anyways, I just oh, you what? Sasha Stone? Oh, okay. So yeah, no, CW's kid on there is just creepy to me. I don't know why you would be I don't care how much you talk to your kids about this shit. Like that's why I'm glad I don't have kids because even I have to watch myself. One kid asked me a question the other day and I just blurted out naturally what I thought my answer should be. And I'm like, Maybe I shouldn't say that at the school, especially with your mom standing right here. And I didn't mean it the way it sounded, but he asked me if TRUMP was going to kill all the bad guys. I'm like, oh, I hope so. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have said CW. Last name is WARD. That's who that is. So, yes, I've been hearing that too, commonsensical, and also um, uh, I don't know. I'm just leaving it up. This is why I think these polls are good. Is I can't wait. Like I was thinking about doing, like you know how they had those dead celebrity pools. We should do one with like good celebrity pool, like and put like who we think is a good person, or might be who would have played for the bad team and then got some intel and then is a good person. That's what I think. Um, uh, yeah, Wendy, I heard he's related, blood related to some people that aren't very good. That's all I heard. But I don't know. I'm just leaving a lot of it for discernment. Everybody can follow whoever they want. Just don't post CW in my group chat, like, or you'll be blocked immediately. I'm not joking. There's no coming back from that. Nope. 3 people got blocked in one day just because of that. So, yeah, it's this stuff that he heard the inauguration of BID and 7 hours before. Like, give me a rest. Like, come out now. It was on 11 minutes before, but I think that's about it. So, Fred says any famous actor need to show proof that they are good, or they will be dumped into the, yeah. Oh, for sure. I agree. So, um, calling him a fraud was rough. He's not for me. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've had people ask me, like, actually, it's good because I think people should be even questioning me and all my information. I'm not 100% right. Do your own research. I've been saying that since video one, 135 YouTubes ago, or maybe more, because I've had a couple pulled down. That sounds like gross, but pulled off of there. And then Facebook, I don't even know how many Facebook lives I did. That's why they don't let me talk on there anymore. And it's from a post. So are you letting me not post? Why do you let me post if I actually fucked up a post? It wasn't like I fucked up a YouTube live, but I mean a Facebook live. But that's where they get me. So, but but yeah, discernment is at an all-time high right now. Somebody asked one of my friends if I was real. And I'm like, that's kind of a funny question, but it's a good question. It's a good question. Like, have you met Raven? Is she a real person? Like, I'm totally real. You can go stalk my Instagram. Like I said, go stalk my Wix account. See what I was doing before I was doing this shit. Yes. Yes, each one of us should be our own hero. Exactly. Yeah. Um, but I really do think so. That's why I've never put any, how can I put this? I don't think people should be putting people on a pedestal. I could never understand last year when all these people, like 50,000 people or whatever, were going and watching that guy when he wasn't actually putting any pencil to paper or content, like any of these other people, like Monkey Works does or whatever, any of these people, any of these people are putting things together, like even memes for fuck's sakes, right? And so if you're just going around and chin wagging with everybody, is that really your own intel? No, you're just absorbing it from everybody else. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm not Jim Carrey wearing a raven mask. Wait, that's so funny. No, my son is kind of like a Jim Carrey in his actions, so he's a really, really good comedian. So it's really funny. Yeah. No, I can't deal with show offs either. That's why I made it right at the very beginning. I'm like, I don't really care if I'm in my house coat, my pajamas. I'm not wearing a bra right now. So, Barbara, if you're wondering, I'm not. Barbara commented last year whether I was wearing a bra. When people started commenting about my hair and makeup, I'm like, I'm just gonna stop putting an effort into that on camera, so it won't be a big deal. They're gonna be like, "Oh, obviously she doesn't give a shit." So, yes. Yes. Yes, rather than putting people on a pedestal, we just befriend them. Exactly. And that's how I feel too. Anxiety and questioning. Don't worry about it. Everybody has to come to a place where they get to understand their own discernment and works. Cause like even I'll be honest, I had a long talk about relationships today and being in a place of I said, I think if I were to date somebody right this second, it wouldn't work out. And even though I'm at a great place right now, it's because I'll just throw it out there, like I miss that skin on skin human contact. So it comes out of a place of more desperation. So you got to be careful what you're attracting there. And I think it's now we're coming to a place that if we're not doing that authentic work on our outer shell, our appearance, and our inner shell of detoxing, then we're just picking up where we left off in the last spot if we haven't gotten over that hump. So, your birth certificate is an apology from the condom factory. Oh, hilarious. I'm having a hot flash, anyways. But no, I can't wear a lot of makeup, and I just think if I'm just being me, it's easier for you guys to be you and do your research and keep everybody real. Like, I like the fact that I fuck up in one or two videos and don't have everything completely accurate in a chart sometimes. I'm like, oh, thank God. Somebody's paying attention besides me. No, I'm just kidding. What I'm saying. That's my sense of humor. Yes, that's exactly it, Wendy. I didn't wanna come out and say it. You're just horny, you just don't want the headache right now. That's it. But that's what rechargeable things are for and, self-love. I'm all for that. That's yeah. So, I just think we need to take really good care of ourselves everywhere. Um, yeah, it's, yeah, I'm yes, baby, I won't say what I always had names for my electronic devices. I always thought it was funny to bring out the equipment and name it. So, uh, funny. My girlfriend's dad asked me what I do. Apparently, your daughter wasn't the right answer. Okay, bongos on a rip here, bud. What did the cowboy say just before his second rodeo? Oh, do I really want to know? Hello, Journeys Past. Hello, everyone. So I'm glad you guys are all real. I got pictures of you. I've talked to a few of you on Zoom and on interviews and oh, come, hang on. What did the cowboy say before his second rodeo? And then Wendy reports, "Hang on, Bongo." That's funny. Yeah. Aw, it's so funny. Oh, I won't delete you, just don't bring up, I won't delete you in this group chat. Don't put it in the other one because I have 2 other administrators, and they CCW, and they automatically boink you out of there, so, yeah. This ain't my first rodeo. Wah, wah, wah. I'm just kidding, I just wanted to do that sound. Anyways, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. So I just wanted to come on and make sure that everybody was keeping with the frequency. That was lame, but you did laugh. That was kind of lame. Oh, I was gonna show you some really funny memes actually. Maybe I should just post them in the group chat. There was one I just couldn't stop laughing yesterday. It was has anyone else avoided a software update on their phone since July like I have? It's really quite a fun game I play every day. Um uh okay. This one is for all the women who've had breast implants. This is my shout out to you right there. I think this is an awesome way to use our braziers now. That's not the one that had me laughing. It was so disgusting. Funny. I like this one. Mexican word of the day, Trudeau. This hombre says a lot of shit and makes promises, but nothing he says is Trudeau. That was good. Uh, especially because my one of my daughter-in-laws is Mexican, so we like doing those things. Kind of funny. Actually, we played Cards Against Humanity one year. Where the heck is that stupid thing? I sent it here. Cards Against Humanity, and was probably the funnest Christmas I ever had. Was oh shit. No, I can't find it. It was a face mask, but it looked like a big ball sack. Like that was gonna be for Fred. I'll have to find it and show you the next time. It was so funny. It was like it was really, really funny. Just for you, Fred. I saw your snow fort and fires. You guys have a good fire and snow fort thing going on. I love it. Mm. So I'm gonna kick off here and go smoke in my living room. I've been just smoking exactly where I've been sitting, enjoying my life. It's been great. And yeah, I've it sounds gross, but face masks are gross. I agree completely. Does the daughter-in-law love Listen Linda? Oh yeah. She uh I don't know if I've listened Linda her very much, but she's been around definitely when Listen Linda Melinda and I have been on the phone so before. And yeah, so she's gotten a few Listen Lindas. No, what was really funny, I'll explain my family and this incident 2 years ago because it was super hilarious. So at Stars last Christmas, we played Cards Against Humanities. And my youngest son, his girlfriend is parents is from Mexico, so they speak Spanish, but she's American. And then my oldest son's fiance is Asian, and so it was priceless because they don't understand, like neither one of those girls really knew a lot of the slang terms that were in Cards Against Humanity. So the funnier part of the game was explaining what some of these things actually meant to the girls, which was hilarious. But like for example, the youngest Latina girl, she asked my son, she's like, "What's a bukkake? Is that a car?" And honest to God, I can't even think of a Ducati car without thinking about that. I can bust a gut laughing like every time. But the funniest was my middle son was dating this girl who's, I'll just call her a Starbucks chick, like, typical average girl. And, so she was describing it all but my middle son, he got this, you put down the one card and it says, so my youngest son's card was something that keeps me up at night. That was the I can't remember which color goes with which, but anyways. And my middle son threw down the card, a hardworking Mexican. And the entire table just about pissed themselves. Like it was tears, like literally tears because he is a really hardworking Mexican. She's so hardworking compared to my youngest son, who's a little bit lazy. Funny. And then my oldest son's girlfriend kept getting the card, like, why do Asians love to do math? And she goes, well, what's wrong with math? She just couldn't get the joke. So it's like the funniest thing ever. And we still talk about how funny that was, like it, or like how we don't take anything seriously. But you can't say anything in our house sometimes, and there we'll be like, "Oh, that's so racist," and we know we're not being racist. It's just because it's funny. It's just silly. But anyways, you guys are still cracking jokes here. Sick, sarcastic bastard. I didn't deserve that. My parents are married. My son, where do you find girls that put out my son plays outside the oh my goodness. That's sick. So funny. You guys are just cracking me up. Bunch of comedians in the group. Hey, A. I'll give my Canadian A. So yeah, I wanted to let you know that this is not available for sale. And because it's going somewhere. And but Audrey, I don't know. I think I might sell her one day, and who knows, I might sell that. And we were talking about Amy Winehouse. I actually have the original here in my binder. I haven't sold her, so she does look like Lady Gaga from the side. Yeah, but yeah, I love laughing. Fuck, I love laughing so much. I sit here and I literally, if I see a meme I like now and I think it's funny, I will laugh out loud and I don't even care how loud. I used to be in my apartment and be like, oh, huh, and now I'm like, what? I don't care. So yeah, but oh, you're so cute, bud. The guy in the stall next to me was yawning. He must be bored to shit. What was he doing in the stall next to you? I don't even want to know. Let's take that joke somewhere else. I'm just kidding. Were you at a gas station? Was there a hole in the wall between you? Were you in BC when they were trying to push the old safety at the glory hole? Oh, I love you guys. But anyways, I'm gonna dip out, and I just want to say I am so grateful to each and every one of you humans in my frequency and vibration. I'm seriously super, super grateful. So I'm trying to give people really good deals on the art when I'm selling them because shipping is expensive. So I'll do my best to make it reasonable to everyone. So love you guys all. Thank you very much. Light and love. And if it's your bedtime, have a good sleep. Have some pleasant dreams. I've been having some really crazy, crazy dreams. You guys are all the bomb. I love you guys all. I do. I really love you all. So thank you very much for everything that you do and who you are as people. Just live, love your meat suits and your guts.